Honestly, tell me, what are you and I gonna do when people reject you and me for the race that we are born in? And you can be white, you can be black, you can be brown, you can be pink, you can be purple, and everything in between. One thing you and I can't change about ourselves, whatever we do, is we can't innately change the race that you and I are born with. You and I can't change the physical features that you and I are born with. Of course, now people look day and night. People change everything about themselves to a point where people even change their eye color. But I'm talking about innately. If I'm Indian, I'll fucking be Indian, right? And if you are white, you'll be white. If you're black, you'll be black. If you are whatever shades of brown and black and whatever race, that's who you are. But unfortunately, when some people like you and I, who are not racist, but when you and I are predominantly judged and honestly disliked, or even thought of somebody who's probably an opportunity, who's probably a deficit, who's probably a fetish, whatever it may be, wherever you fall, because I just feel that racism is one thing, reverse racism is another thing. And for me personally, I can speak, and you can hate me for whatever the you want to. I have enough haters. I have felt more hate from people who are colored versus people who are not. And that's just me. But even like you, even if you're white, people will probably hate you because you're white. So this is predominantly people think that, okay, somebody is not colored, so they're racist. Not like that. If people are colored, they're also racist. They're also judgmental. And one of the key things that I have gone through in my life is I've been actually judged by people of my own color or people of color, period. And that is just a personal thing. But at the end of the day, predominantly we are those type of people who don't judge people, who don't even associate a certain person's race, color to what they do or what they cannot do. Many other times we live in this society where the color that you're born with, the race that you are in, the type of people that you surround yourself with puts you on a certain type of level and status. And also the type of people you surround yourself with, the race that you're born in, the way you look, or whatever it may be, people naturally judge you because you belong to that certain race, X, Y, or Z. I'm not here to demean certain race. I'm not here to uphold any race, because at the end of the day, you are just a person who's born in a certain fucking race, but your spirit is yours. The person that you are is you. And at the end of the day, when people judge you and I for certain things that we do, when we are upstanding good fucking people, I'm talking to classy fucking people, because there are a lot of low down hoes who've spoken about me and you, and many other times it's because they belong to a certain race, and we belong to a certain race. Hey, if it's not about race, it becomes about an aspect of where they come from. You become a topic of discussion because of where you innately come from. And if you and I get hitched, attached to friends, to lovers especially, who are racist, and these people are not openly racist, they're shy, they're quiet and they're racist, or they're blatantly fucking racist. And this can be a black man, black girl, white man, white girl, brown man, brown girl, or any shade in between. At the end of the day, when you and I get involved with people who hate us, who judge us, and who think they can treat us a certain type of manner because in their head they uphold or they put down a certain type of race and color, irrespective of them being colored or not, says a lot about them. At the same time, it says a lot about you, it says a lot about me, because you and I choose to be in a situation, you and I choose to be in an environment where they either bash a certain type of race and color, and we are part of that conversation, or even if you're not a part of that conversation, we are attached to a racist of a lover. We are attached to a racist of a friend. We are attached to a family of racists where this lover comes from. If we are not a party of that conversation, if we are not upholding and enabling these racists, we are victims of this racist lover. We are victims of this racist friend and their family. We are victims of this racist lover's family, along with him or her. We are victims of this colleague and their colleagues and their family who are racist, because we refuse to leave that fucking environment, because we are looking for fucking validation, because we in ourselves don't like our color. And yes, you can be any color. You can be white, black, brown. At the end of the day, racism is a mental thing. And it's a mental thing of something that you don't have, something you can't have, something you want to have. And the fact that some people feel like it's okay to bash another race, to bash another woman who looks a certain type, or to bash another man who looks a certain type. Why do you think it's okay to bash somebody who does not look like you or who actually looks like you, but you don't like how you look because you feel you are lacking a certain type of color and race that you are not born with? And so therefore, you go out there dating everybody outside of your race, and that's cool. You better voice that shit. But you better not punish somebody who's not of your race or is not of the race that you go for. So how dare you be irresponsible and go for somebody who is not of the race that you normally go for? So why the fuck are you irresponsible like that as a friend, lover, or anything? Because at the end of the day, you know innately that you don't like to be seen with a certain type of race. And this can be who you look like, or this can be who you don't look like. Whatever it may be. You as a white person may not like black and brown people. You as a brown person may not like your own people, black people, white people. You as a black person may not like your own people, brown people, white people, whatever. Take it as it resonates. But at the end of the do not punish somebody because we don't give a about what race you come from. Because we don't give a about the race that you date. And also it's on us. Why the did we get involved with somebody who we know is a blatantly racist man? Was a blatantly racist woman? Yes, because love is involved. Yes, because friendship is involved. Yes, because we think, oh, we are different for them. Why the fuck are we different for them? And you know what? When you are victims of people who are racist, when they put you down for your beauty, for your body, for your features, for your race, it's not something that you and I can change. And I feel like when people put us in a place where they hate those features that typically makes us look like a certain type of race that we come from. Either they celebrate it or either they demean it. And if they demean it, they demean us, they demean you, they demean me for what we are born with. And that type of rejection, that type of physical rejection, that type of physical hate we receive from people that we care about, that we love, but in return, they think that they can comment, that they can give backhanded compliments, they can say evil, dirty shit about our race and our color. And when they say that, when they do that, and more so when they body shame you and me, when they color shame you and me, when they race shame you and me, with those type of people who they normally go for. So they're bringing a crowd of people with them, along with their mothers, their fathers, their siblings, their ex-hoes, their fucking sluts, porn star men and women they hang with, friends they hang with, because they have the same type of group of people that they fuck with. And this one type of man, this one type of woman you and I attach ourselves with as friends, lovers, or even colleagues, they go back to that group of people, commenting, laughing at our expense. Oh my God, she's shaped like an amoeba. Look at her body. Look at her skin color. Look at her face. Look at her features. If it's not them saying it, their folks are saying this to them. And while their folks are saying this to them, this man, this woman is actually looking at us like, yuck, she's so ugly. Yuck, he's so ugly for real. Like, I used to always go for that race as a lover, for example. And now I'm stuck with this race of a man or a woman. And then they ill-treat us. Not because you're doing anything wrong in the relationship. You're showing up as a good man, as a good woman. But the sudden switch, the sudden hate, the sudden disgust when they look at us, the sudden disgust when they look at you and me as a man or a woman, just thinking, I can do so much better than this man. I can do so much better than this woman, because their folks are telling them, son, daughter, sister, friend, brother, whatever. Look at her, look at him, look at you, you look so good. She's reaching. She doesn't deserve you. You're settling. Look at your physical body. Look at her, look at him. He is reaching. He doesn't deserve a bomb ass like you. What other maybe? So it all becomes body, beauty, skin color, eye color, bum size, tit size, dick size. And at the end of the day, you know what? I'm completely okay with people who have a certain type of race that they want to go for. And We all have a type. I don't date men in my own race, and I'm going to say it blatantly, because I never felt accepted by my own people. There's a reason why I left the country and I came here. And many fake ass, hoe ass friends from the past, they have just had random fucked up rumors about me, and also have called me racist because I don't fuck with my own race when it comes to dating men. Because I'm not attracted, I don't like the mentality, and I've never been accepted by my own people. So if there's a bugaboo in my life, this bitch of a woman, yes, I am digressing, she needs to shut the fuck up. Because she is somebody who will make groups of her own people, and she's not gonna even peep outside when it comes to friendships, lovers. So you know those people who make their own little groups and they refuse to even interact with other people? So then fucking why did you leave the country? Go back and don't hate on me, because I am over here. I've always been like this. I've always been very attracted to different types of races, different types of culture, values, food, music. And I've dated different type of races before I zeroed in on a certain race, because I connected with them intellectually and more for personality fits. Like, you can be born in a certain place, but if it is innately that way where you can't even relate to your own people and you're not racist, I don't bash no other fucking race. I've never bashed no other fucking race. But I know what I want, and I know where I'm accepted. And I'm not saying that what I choose, I'm fully accepted within, because, hey, my ex-situationship, I saw what racism is blatantly, reverse racism. He was colored, even if not brown. So, fuck that, I don't want to get there. But these type of women, they make their own cliques, and then they judge every other fucking race outside of her own while she's in an abroad country. And there are people like me who was never accepted in their own. So my struggle of mine, but this bitch has a mouth on me because she knows me for a few fucking years from here and there. From back in the day, fuck you, bitch. Coming back, I digress because I hate women like this, because she's ruined my life for 20 years. All the narratives. And if I can sue this woman and everybody like her, and if I can actually make money out of people for character assassination, for defamation of character, and if I can lawyer up and make some millions out of them, these broke assholes, I fucking will. But at the end of the day, coming back, men and women need to be responsible for their preferred race, for their preferred color. My past situationship, where I was with a man who was obsessed with Indian women or brown women, okay, let's just make it broader, and it was just a fetish for him. So he was a public community dick. And then there was another situationship where this man thought he was doing a favor by dating a brown woman as a black man. Because this man fully openly said, I just, always go for light skin and blonde Eastern European women. To a point where, now when I look back, I used to wear contacts, light brown. And one day I didn't wear it. He's like, oh, your eyes are black? And I removed my mask, like, oh, you're actually pretty too? Dumb bastard. But at the end of the day, we had just started dating during COVID, and I should have known better to just leave. I continued to stay because I was mesmerized by his beauty, and I'm just gonna fucking say it. And that's a lesson for me from God, I believe, because I was too much about beauty. I'm not saying every man that I've dated was good looking, because I've dated some really ugly looking men before him. But at the end of the day, this guy knew that I wanted to get married and settle down with him. He had no intentions of such. But it's when men like this, they don't just bash you and I and make snide comments where it stays with you for the rest of your life. Like, am I that ugly? But more so, the same man, the same woman will go to his or her type and then bash with them about our features. And together they become a gang of people just hating on you and I for what we're innately made of, because we are not a victim of our feelings for them. Because these people are so broken. I genuinely believe that, we all have types, like I rightly said. There's certain things that we do not want to do, go toward when it comes to dating, friendships, just surrounding ourselves with. And that's cool, that's okay. For me, I will never judge a race, I will never judge color, I just talk to everybody. But when it comes to dating, there's a certain type I like. But when it comes to friends, there's a certain type of spirit I like. Even when it comes to dating too. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to have double standards. Everything is important to me. But only looks is not important to me. Mind is important to me. Heart is important to me. Spirit is important to me. Then features is important to me. Body is important to me. Because at the end of the day, if you take care of your body, mind, spirit, you deserve somebody who takes care of the body, mind, and spirit. But at the end of the day, I don't want no lover, no friend who will bash me, who will bash another human being for the race that they're in. Because we don't bash other races. Yes, we all have preferences, and at least you and I are one of those people who don't step out of a preference. But these are the type of people, these are the type of men and women who are either celebrated for their race or who celebrate certain type of race and color. So stick to that. These situationships that I've had in the past today have gotten me so jaded when it comes to trusting men or people. When they say, oh my God, you're so beautiful. I can't take compliments because at the end of the day, I don't know if you really mean it, or are you just gonna yap and yap and yap, and then at the end of the day go back and abuse me for the race I come from, for the color that I am, because you're going to punish me because I'm brown. Example. Because you're white, they'll punish you. Because you're black, they're going to punish you eventually when they have you, as a lover especially, or a friend. And then they're going to tell you, you know what, my history used to be this. I was innately attracted to this. I was innately attracted to that, as a man or a fucking woman. This man, this woman can be of the same race as you, or can be of a different race as you. Color or fucking not. This is not about white, brown, black, or any other color. This is more about people's mentality and how they punish you and me as fucking human beings for the race that we innately born in, because they want to step out of their go-to race, color, type, and then punish us for being with us, and punish us for not being victims of our feelings for them to take the atrocity. Because at one point we are going to stop and understand that this is a racist man, racist woman who are just hating on us because they hate themselves. They hate their own color. And they wished that they were born in a different skin color, they were born in a different country, they were born in a different reality. To a point where over the years this man has tried so hard to be something he is not. He surrounded himself with men, with women, with friends. He's tried so desperately for people to not associate him with that. Flip the sexes. This woman has tried so desperately for not being associated to the race, to the color that she's innately born in. And she can be white, she can be black, she can be brown. He can be white, he can be black, he can be brown. Accept yourself, love yourself, and do not get with men and women like me who love ourselves for who we are. He loves himself for who he is, and I love the race that I come from. And you or nobody ever will tell me I am fucking less than, and nobody should ever make you feel less than for the race that you are not, that they want. They can go to the fuck they want to, and they can be satisfied with who they are. They can be dissatisfied with who they are not, but that's none of your concern. That's none of my concern. You and I need to stop playing small. You and I need to stop letting shit slide just because we think, oh my God, yeah, he's doing a favor, she's doing a favor by being with me. You know, maybe I'm not good enough, blah, 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 blah. A lot of depression, self-hate exists because people like this exist. So racism is not just fucking on face value with this race don't like that race. More so, racism is within people who are in the same race with a reverse fucking mentality. That's reverse racism. So racism is everything mental. Just because you're white, you don't have to be racist. Just because you're black, you don't have to be racist. Just because you're brown, you don't have to be racist. But at the same time, don't be judgmental. And if you want to be judgmental towards you as much as you can, because the way you think is shitty. Your mother, your father, your siblings, your friends, your exes who enable you and your behavior, and who enable you for your physical features only, and they make you feel like you are above the man, the woman you're choosing, who is not looking like you or is not matching your dating history, your friendship history, does not give your people the fucking license to speak on him or me. So have some fucking accountability, take some responsibility, accept the fact that you're fucking racist, and get the fuck away. But don't you ever ruin a good man, a good woman's mind, a good man, a good woman's life who's not racist. Because at the end of the day, there are some men and women like me who look at a man's heart, a woman's heart, and the spirit first. and take a fucking seat. And when you take that seat, you better lock your fucking mouth before you utter a single other word on me or people like me, men and women, just because you don't like the race that we come from. First, look at yourself and what race you come from, and do you like your own race? Because if you liked your own race, you would never bash somebody else for what race they come from, because that's not the mentality. But men and women like you are conditioned to feel a certain way based on the looks and looks alone, and what brings you status and what the world thinks is great. And so you want to punish people who are not of that race? People like you are fucking pests. People you come from are fucking pests. And these pests like you and people you come from, you think you can ruin a man or woman's life just because we are not of the race that you like, that you think is of class and status? Because you talk about status, what's your fucking class? And what's the class of those people that you've surrounded yourself with, including your parents, who talk about me or people like me as men and women? What are their class and how do they look? They can't even fucking hold a matchstick to me, to her, to him. So they can comment about me, about him, about her as much as they want, because that shows their own fucking insecurity. So you want to body shame? Go ahead. You want to color shame? Go ahead. You want to race shame? Go ahead. But accept the fact that you and your whole fucking family, friends, and your whole fucking exes, whores, your sluts at present or in the past as a man or woman are fucking racist. Y'all are fucking racist. And you don't have to be white. You don't have to be black. You don't have to be brown. So even if you like your own race, stop pretending and start loving yourself a bit more, because you fucking hate yourself and therefore you hate everybody else. So before you make us your slave for what we are or what we're not, you, my friend, are a slave to yourself, to your mind, to your own thoughts, to your own people, and you and your people are slaves to the race that you fucking praise. Because for that race that you praise, you'll always be the race you fucking belong to. And if you think your race is everything, that tells me a lot about you and how small your thinking is. Because that's the vision, that's the mental capacity you have of judging people without even knowing them, just because of the race they're born with. You're not fucking God. You better remember that. Are you God?